There's a lot of Michael Jordan people are here that will buy it all. We'll give you $100 for all of it. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 100, 100, 110.
There we go.
100, 110, 110.
Today is Wednesday, September 8th. My name is Eric from ReliableResellers.net, and thanks a lot for coming back to another video. I am heading out to the auction house right now. It is auction day. We're going to come out here and we're going to get there a little bit earlier today than usual. We should get there right about 12:30, and that'll give me a good half hour to walk around with you guys before bidding starts. So we're driving out there now. We'll be there in about 25 minutes or so. It's just a little bit after afternoon right now. So that's on deck, and then tomorrow we'll come back out here and we'll pick up our paycheck. We'll set back up for next week, and then we have 2 private picks to go on tomorrow afternoon that you guys will come with me for. So tomorrow is a pretty jam-packed day. Today I pretty much we're just doing this today. I had a bunch of eBay listings this morning, yada yada, right? So I did get a question from Jim yesterday on one of my videos. That was an interesting question. It got me thinking. So he asked me, basically said, I've watched you go to a couple of thrift stores now. You don't do it very often, and I haven't seen you buy very much. So he was curious what some of the best scores I've had from thrift stores are. And it really got me thinking, because it's been a while since I've bought really much of anything at a thrift store to flip. I used to, when I very first started doing this a couple years ago, I used to go to the thrift stores and I would find something every time I would go. Now, but that also is because I was willing to spend $8 to buy something that would sell for 25 bucks, just because I was just getting started and I was looking for stuff to put in the store that I knew would sell. So but now that I've gotten a little bit more just beyond that initial phase, I'm looking for items that can bring me at least 30 to 40 bucks, somewhere around there, depending on how many of them there are and all that kind of thing. And so you're just not going to find too many of those sitting on the shelves on thrift stores. I don't do clothing, at least not yet. A lot of people score some good clothes to flip online at these thrift stores. These thrift stores are packed with clothing. I think most thrift stores are, actually. I think that's the bread and butter of those stores. But so for me, you know, I go in, I've been to these thrift stores enough. I know my route, I know where I want to walk, I know what I'm looking for, and so, you know, I can walk in and be out in 5 or 10 minutes and kind of have a really good idea of what's in there. So anyway, so some of the best scores I've ever had at thrift stores, there's really 2 that I can think of that were some of the best scores I've ever had. One I actually got on video, and maybe if I can go back and find it was a while ago, but I'll maybe splice some stuff in here. I bought at Salvation Army, I bought a Wario 3 for Game Boy Color. It was not Mario, but Wario with a W, I believe. Factory sealed game, okay? And when you scan this thing in on eBay, and let me say this, they were asking $1.99 for this. And I didn't find it in the usual spot in the store. It was over in the glassware on the bottom shelf, just sitting there. So I always check that area now. But anyway, so I seen it, picked it up, scanned it, and there were a few hits on eBay, but they were all over the place. And there were some sold listings, you know, for 12 bucks, $19. There was a couple in the $30, $40 range, which I just thought were some real major outliers. And so I didn't think much of it, but it was a factory sealed game, and so I just bought it, right, for $1.99. Well, I took it home and I tossed it in my death pile. So a couple weeks or a month, whatever goes by, and I start going through some death pile stuff, and I seen the game, and I remembered, you know, it's selling for maybe 20 bucks, but hey, it's factory sealed. It won't take me very long to list it. So let me do a little bit. Let me scan the UPC again, and you know, scroll through solds again one more time, and you know, throw it up there. It won't take me very long. So as I was scrolling through the sold listings for it this time, I came across one that was several $100s, a couple $100 for the used version of the game with the box, with the brand new box. I didn't see this when I was at the thrift store, so that was intriguing. That was the only one I seen that was like that. Well, mine was brand new factory sealed. So I threw it up on eBay, and I said, I have no idea. At first I was like, how about maybe 100, or I was like, you know, 200, 300. So I just said, you know what, $299.99. I'm gonna put this thing up here for 300 bucks.
1.5 miles. Keep right to state
which I think is way more than I'll ever get for this. For something I paid I paid two bucks for this game, right? And so I threw it up there for 300 bucks on a hope and a prayer. Really based solely on the one sold listing I seen that had the box. I listed this thing on eBay, and it was one of those things where I listed it, I turned around and walked into the other room, and my phone goes cha-ching. I looked down, and that friggin' game sold. And I was baffled. I couldn't help but think, how much money did I just lose out on? You know, if that game sold immediately for 300 bucks, would it have sold immediately for 4 or 5? Or like, how rare was that game? To this day, I still don't know. I don't know what they did with it. I hope they made a bazillion dollars off of it. Or maybe they were just a right place, right time type of a thing. They were looking for this game to add to their PC, and they were willing to spend what I had it listed for to have a factory sealed copy of it in their personal collection. I don't know, but I spent $2 and sold that game for 300. Awesome score. And then there was another one at Community Thrift. And this was a while ago. This was back when I was first getting started. And this is why I've always called Community Thrift my favorite thrift store, because it's where I had my first big score. And so one day I walked in there, and they were doing, I remember like it was yesterday, they were doing a 50% off day. Line was around the whole store like it always is. Well, I go back to the video game section, or the board game section, which is what it is now. It used to be different. It didn't used to look like that back then. They used to have stuff up against the far back wall. So that, you know, it was that long ago. If you live in Tampa and you've been going to Community Thrift for a while, it was that long ago. And so anyway, so I was going back there. I was looking for toys along that back wall, and I happened to see a stack of old computer games from like the late 80s, early 90s. The names of them are going to fail me right now, but they were vintage computer games that had all of the manuals, all of the discs, the floppy disks were there. And some of these games were worth 80, 90, 120 bucks a piece. And there was a ton. I don't remember exactly how many I bought, but I filled my cart with these things. And it was 50% off day, and they were only asking a couple of bucks a piece. Like, I don't know how much research they did. They couldn't have done much, because all you had to do was scan the barcode on some of them.
Right lanes.
To see that, hey, that game just sold yesterday for $112. And they had a price tag on it for like $3 or something. And it was 50% off. And you know, there was, I don't know how many I bought that day, 30 or so, 35, 40. There was a ton of them there. Not all of them were worth big bucks, so I didn't buy all of them. But somebody came in and donated all their old computer games, and you know, so that was a huge score. I don't remember exactly how much I paid, because again, we're talking before I was filming, before I was recording anything. You know, before I was
Continue on
really
State Road 56.
keeping track of anything. I just remember not spending a ton. I mean, less than $100 on all this stuff, and I sold it for, and again, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. It was all on eBay, but it was easily a couple $1,000s that I made off of that, and that was really early in my flipping career. So that was, you know, in my reselling career. So that was a good, you know, confidence boost. So anyway, those are two of my better scores from thrift stores. I've made a lot of purchases from thrift stores where, you know, you'll buy something for $10 and sell it for 60 or 70, which is a good deal. You know, so I've had lots of stuff like that. But for the most part, those are the two of the best deals I've had that stand out to me. You know, with that said, I have not had much luck going to these thrift stores lately and finding anything. They are picked over, you know, and it's just, it's hard to find stuff in thrift stores here anymore. So, you know, some of these thrift stores, they've raised their prices. It's like the one Community Thrift, they haven't raised their prices very much, but it just seems like the stuff they put out on the shelves is just nowhere near of the caliber of what they used to. So I've talked with the manager. He says they don't list things up on eBay themselves. They don't have a eBay site of their own. Everything goes on the store shelves. So maybe they're just not getting good donations just like they used to or something. I'm not, you know, I'm not really sure. But so anyway, that's a quick thrift store. Say that 3 times fast. Thrift store story. I can't do it. Apparently I have a lisp. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. It's a little bit embarrassing. I didn't know I had a lisp, but apparently I do. Small one, I guess. I'd watching my own videos back. Whatever. So anyway, so we're en route to the auction house. Let's go out here. Let's see what our stuff sells for, and let's see how much money we're going to make this week from the stuff you guys have seen me buy at on Private Picks and from the storage locker. Let's go, guys. All right, we're pulling back in here and they look busy today. There's a couple lines of cars parked up over here. This might be a good thing. This might be a really good auction day. Let's go, guys. It's a beautiful day for an auction too. It's not, I mean, you can see it's overcast, so the sun isn't out beating down on us. It's not super humid and it doesn't look like rain, so it should be a good auction day. All right, well, we'll walk up and down some aisles here. And just see what all they've got this time around. Some old die-cast cars. Let's say KV toys. Yeah. Those are definitely old. KB toys. They're not bobbleheads. Holy cow, look at this thing. Some Disney stuff, Disney pens. What in the world is that? What is this? No, it's a Blood Rock USA. It's like the cover to a vinyl record. This is our stuff. Just some basic glassware. It's nothing special, but it is what it is. Photo albums.
Yeah, either Thursday morning.
What? Okay. Hey, more die-cast cars. A whole bunch of them, actually. If you're wanting some die-cast cars, they got a bunch of them here this week. Some tins, some Beanie Babies. If you were curious, the Beanie Babies we brought last week sold for $12.50. So yeah. And here we have our trumpet. Our lone trumpet. We are the one musical instrument this week. We'll see how it does. Box of cameras. These are old toys. These are some old toys for sure. Little knickknacks. Can't really take them out. They're glued in there. It says Avon. So Avon knickknacks, I guess. Silverware. Probably Shannon crystal. Hey. Junk wax stuff for sure there. It's a nice picture. It's not autographed. It's a nice picture. Made in Germany. Michael Jackson belt buckle. Some of the tools they got this week. Battery chargers. Some Dremel. Skill saw. Random flats of just random tools. Wrenches. We have cases, two glass cases. The other side from the tools. Thing of books. Train stuff. This is the I&L right there. I&L. Cases of cars. Older die-cast cars, or actually I don't know how old they are.
I went over there one time, years and years ago. I wanted to bring equipment over there, but it's so expensive. I knew some boys that were from over there that used to come over here and they worked, and they had bought equipment over here. They left it here, and they were going to their winter last summer. Right.
says 1984 if you can't see it. Lots of people looking at our baseball cards and basketball cards. That's good. I knew those would get some attention. We put some Jordans in there specifically just to get the get people's attention, and it's working. All of our toys, guys. That's kind of cool. And here's what's outside. They're gonna get started here soon, so this is what they got outside. We'll just quickly look at this stuff.
Something works if you know it works, we'll tell you. Snake if it's working, we'll tell you. There's no warranty. If you bring nothing back and say, oh, this doesn't work. Make sure you
Bicycles.
please do not know anything that you want to preview. Make sure you look at it and start doing it. That's right. Do this or that. Make sure you look at it good before it comes up. And make sure something was in it before.
Lots of stuff out here.
Somebody didn't take it out. And keep in mind, for any folks who think you're taking stuff out and it's not being seen, it is being seen, and we'll get with you at another time, and it'll be the last time you come to the auction.
Get them, get them, get them. Somebody stole some copper wire I had here.
You pick something out of a box.
I haven't talked about that yet, but I brought some copper wire out here a little while ago, and it got stolen.
They're made up.
I didn't tell them about it either. I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but it did happen. It did happen.
Your help determine.
Here's the furniture.
ATM card, pay with a true credit card, you will pay 3 more %. Just keep that in mind when you buy it. If you buy it with a true credit card, you're going to pay a 13% buyer's fee. Don't get up to the cashier's window and have some issue with that. I'm telling you right now, that's the way it is. There's no trading on the floor. Somebody buys a bunch of stuff, do not go ask them to buy anything from them. And nor are you go out and sell anything to anybody that does ask you. If we catch you doing that, we will take the buyer's sermon for the day. You won't be kicked out.
Okay. This is our stuff.
So 40 inches tall, you got 50, 60, 50, 60, 70.
It's our Ninja Turtle thing.
70, 70, 60, 70, 70, 70, 70, anybody. $60. 414, 414.
That's a steal.
Pulling these 2 boxes out of the Batman still 136, all loose pieces, a lot of Funko Pops.
10, 15, 10, 15, 20, 25, $30, $30, 25, 30, 30. I got it here. 25, 30, and 30, 25, 30, and 30, and 30. $25, 77, 77.
Okay, I'm pulling the Batman and the blue box out, and you got $10 right
15, 10, 15, 15, 10, 15, and 20, 15, 20, 20 here, 25 here, now 30, now 35, 35, and $40, $40, $40, $35, 473, 473.
Okay, now we've got the 3 multiverse Batman in the box, and I'm putting this yellow one with it.
20, 25, 25, $30, 35, 35, $40, 45, 45, 45, anybody, 45. $40, 172, 172.
So far, so good.
20, 25, 25, $30, 30 here, 35, 40, 45, 45, 50, 45, 50, 55, 55, 50, 55, 55, 60, $55, number 494, 494.
Okay, you've got the Batman clock brand new. After we took it out of the box, you got 10.
15.
Nice. I'm liking how they're doing it this week. They're doing it piece by piece rather than just all the Batman stuff at once. I'm liking this.
Now I've got the 3 metal Batman signs.
$5 on those.
Yeah.
7 in, $10. 12 in.
Nice.
10, 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half. $20. 22 and a half. $20. Number 494.
Okay, now you've got the two Batmobiles.
5, 10, if I did it, then if I did it, then if I did it, 10, anybody, 10, 15, 10, 15, now 20, 25, 20, 25, 25, $20, 172, 172.
Okay, you've got about 5 Batman figurines on that one right there.
10, 15, 10, 15, 15, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15, 20, anybody else, 20. $15, 172, 172.
Could have been better. It's all right.
2 Batman and 2 Robins. They come with the stands, cool pieces.
10, 15, 10, 15, 20, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40. $35, 172, 172.
Love it.
Okay, now we're going to some other stuff, and I've got these G.I. Joe pieces, and I'm putting the G.I. Joe foot locker with them.
$10. 5, 10, 10, 15, 20, 20. Anybody? $15, 172.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm mixing 4 boxes. I've got Action Man and G.I. Joe. Hold it just a second and get these up there. These 4 boxes right here.
20, 25, 25, $30, 35, 45, 55.
There we go.
60. Anybody 60? 60? $55, 172, 172.
That'll work. That'll work.
Okay, now we're going to some Spider-Man, and I'm not sure what the one guy is right there. Oh, wait. Got this box right here and those 2.
5, 10, 15, 15, anybody, $10, 172, 172.
That could have been better. That's
now
okay.
I've got G.I. Joe and I've got Kevin Garnett with a ticket and autograph, I believe.
$5. 10. 10, 15, $10, 172, 172.
Okay, now we're doing choice.
Oh,
Boxes, comic books. We got 4 boxes. These are
20, 25, 20 and 25, 25, 25, choice, 25, anybody, down 30, 25, 30 and 30 and 30, $25, number 413, how many you want?
Take them all. Take them all. Take them all. Take them all. She wants them all.
2 times. All right, anybody else? Wait a minute, 25? Anybody else want 25? 432, you want both of them? We'll take both of them.
There we go.
okay.
Thank you, man.
Now I've got the DDS games and I've got the player and another piece.
$5 on 7 and 10, 12 and 15, 15, 17 and a half, 20, $17 and $475, 475.
Okay, still 36. You got the Radio Shack Porsche RC.
I'm $10, $10, $475,
Love
I've
it.
got the automated Spider-Man. He's got a metal frame on it, does a lot of things. You got the Enterprise and you got the Superman.
$5. 7 and 7 and 9, 7 and 7 and 9, 7 and $10, 7 and 7 and 10, 12 and 12 and 15, 15, 17 and 20.
Nice.
$17 and $494, 494. Looks like we got a big card collection here. We're going to sell the whole pile of it.
It is loaded.
What kind of cards are they? Baseball, football, basketball?
A whole lot of basketball.
I hear the basketball cards are going crazy right now.
Oh yeah, in the albums right there, there's a lot of Michael Jordan.
There you
know what?
go.
If you want to do those,
No.
okay, we're going to
Stick
do
it all together.
There's a lot of Michael
These
Jordan.
card people are here and we'll buy it all. We'll give you $100 for all of it. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 100, 100, 110.
There we go.
100, 110, 110, 100, 110, 110, 100, 110. The whole pile. 100, 110, 110, 100, 110, 110. $100, 504, 504.
Okay.
Okay, Rob, going right over here.
All right, that's our first lot of stuff. This is our Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Hey, we got the Rowdies banner, and it is signed by the whole team.
Pile is there. I wear my $10. Now 15, 17 and a half. 17 and a half, now 20, 22 and a half.
That's better.
25, 25.
I was gonna freak out if I went for $7.
$120, 120.
We'll take it, but that should have been better. It's our Toomey bag. It's a good bag. $5.
Okay, now we're going to lot 4.
Alright, they're kind of right next to our vintage comics, so we're just going to watch them auction off this stuff, and then they'll make their way to our comics in just a second.
I'm going to add the 3 pieces of corn art. Ooh, $5 now. 7.5. 5 here, 10. And over here, 10, 12.5.
It's busy today. It's really busy today. There's a lot of people here.
70 and a half now. 50, 70 and a half, 70 and a half. And 20. $20 for 20. 70 and a half, number 10. All right, changing to lot 36, auctioneer lot 36. I got the choice of the 3 boxes of comic books. Guys are all in their sleeves, they're in good shape. There you go, $5. Choice of the box. 7 and a half, 10. And over here, 12 and a half, 15, here, 20, 25, 31, 30, 30, 35, 40.
There we go. There we go.
45, 50.
There we go.
55, 60.
There we go. Keep going now. Don't stop.
Right here, 60. You got 60 and 5, 65, sir. 65, probably 65 and 70, 75.
Yes.
75, 75, 500, 75. $70 number. What's that number? 419. 419. How many more, boss?
Take them all. Take them all. Take them all.
Yeah. There we go. How much were they? $70.
$70 old cards, baseball cards.
Yes, sir.
I don't like them.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Too much bullshit to look up.
No, I can't hold on.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Time one time. One time. Choice the other 2. Choice on the other 2.
Trains are
25.
nice. I didn't realize.
25. Choice on the other 2. 30. 30 now. 30, 30, 30, 30 bid. 35, 35. And 40. 40 bid. 40 choice. 45. 45, 50. $50, 50, 50, 50, 50. 45, 4, 96. You want to vote? Times 2. Thank you.
Beautiful. That was great. All right, guys, that's going to be auction day today. Look at you right over here. If this is not just Tampa for you, that is coming this way. So I'm going to go home before that gets here. Anyway, so it was a pretty successful day, at least so far. There was one item I was bidding on. It was a transformer, a Optimus Prime in the box. We bid it up to 160, I think is what my final bid was, but ooh, you can hear it coming. But the bid that won was 170. I didn't want to go any higher. There was a sold listing on eBay for 188, and then there was a couple other sold listings in the $400 range. So I wasn't going to take the chance and see. Anyway, so our stuff that I sold so far, we still have a few more things in here, but I'm going to beat this rain, and I think we're up. It's going to be a pretty good day. I was thinking today wasn't going to be very good, but I thought that last week too, and we did over $1,000. You know, we took home over 700, so it might be another really good day today in terms of what we're gonna put in our pocket. So we'll find out when we come back out here tomorrow. So I'm gonna drive home, guys. I'm gonna beat this rain. I've probably said that 10 times. So come back tomorrow. We'll come back out here. We'll get set back up. We'll find out how much money we just made, and then later that afternoon, we're gonna go. We have 2 picks to go on, back to see the toy guy, and then at 3:30, and then at 5 o'clock, we have another pick to go see another guy with, he has some toys too. So we'll go see what he's got. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and come back tomorrow and have a good day. Bye, guys. Apparently I have a lisp. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. It's a little bit embarrassing. I didn't know I had a list, but apparently I do. small one, I guess. I'd watching my own videos back. Whatever. So anyway, so we're en route to the auction house. Let's go out here. Let's see what our stuff sells for, and let's see how much money we're gonna make this week from the stuff you guys have seen me buy at on Private Picks and from the storage locker. Let's go, guys.